Ah, cartoons. Remember them?
Yes! Yes!
For me, it was growing up with old-timers like Thundercats, He-Man, Transformers, and G.I. Joe. Then in the 90s, we had animated series like Batman, Superman, Spider-Man, and the X-Men. Speaking of the X-Men, they're back.
Do it! Do it!
On Disney Plus.
What?
Could go wrong.
You stupid fuck!
I'm Jasper Gonzo, and this.
No! God! No! God, please, no! No!
It's What's Next. Happy Friday, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Jasper Gonzo. What's next? Daily dose, common sense, facts, and salt. Hope you guys are feeling good today on Friday, as we go into the weekend. Excuse me. Nostalgia makes you think of the good times. Makes you think of what was. Made you feel good. The sounds, the smells, the people that you hung out with. For me, you played basketball till the lights went on. When the lights went on, it was time to go home. You hung out with your friends till the wee hours of the morning. Everybody in the neighborhood knew each other and watched each other's backs. You could leave your doors unlocked. The cartoons. Me, it was Transformers, He-Man, Thundercats, G.I. Joe, in my opinion, the GOATs, the Mount Rushmore, the old-timers. Then in the 90s, you had great animated series like Batman, Superman, Spider-Man, and the X-Men. Speaking of the X-Men, XMEN'97 to be exact, it's back. It's back on Disney Plus. It'll make you feel good. It'll make you remember how good animated series was. And then the bottom fell out. Why? Because it's Disney, and we just can't have nice things. And here we go. This comes out of the Fandom Pulse. Disney Plus released its first XMEN'97 trailer as fans pray the show remains faithful to the original Marvel cartoon. Like I said, that lasted about 15 seconds. It's been 3 years since the announcement that Marvel will be continuing the Fox X-Men animated series, which had mixed reactions from the fanbase. While many were excited to see the series continue, others were apprehensive that the show on Disney Plus would follow the tried and true formula of bringing back a beloved series only to massacre it for the modern audiences.
Watch the series finale of X-Men next Saturday morning. Check your local listings.
I'm grateful to have the chance to say goodbye. I am proud of you all, my X-Men.
Brings the flood of memories back, how good this series was.
Now.
And they showed a cartoon Death in the 90s.
We have to stay vigilant. The professor entrusted
There's
us
the Daily
with his
Bugle.
dream.
No matter how dark it is, we must
Sentinels,
believe
of course.
in each
The
other.
school.
We get this done by working together as a team.
Jeez, Bob, keep buzzing in my ear.
I like the way it's drawn.
Heads up!
To me, my X-Men.
Magneto.
The last will and testament of Charles Xavier. Everything he built now belongs to me.
Oh my. Oh my. Gets you excited, doesn't it? Audiences will have roughly another month to see whether or not the latter holds true. The first trailer seems to have most fans, new and old, excited. The original cartoon, which ran from 92 to 97, ended with the bittersweet death of Charles Xavier, delivering his final words to his X-Men, his children, his family. Rather than see the team split over the loss of Xavier, they unify themselves under Cyclops' leadership within the trailer. It ends with the promise of turmoil as Magneto reveals himself at the very end, claiming he will inherit all that Xavier has left behind in his will. Of course, I referenced the Daily Bugle. Of course, Spider-Man's, could he be returning? The trailer also has some teasers of the 90 animated Spider-Man series, as well as articles flies by the Daily Bugle referencing Eddie Brock and Peter Parker. Prior to the MCU, Fox had his own small-screen universe, with the X-Men briefly appearing in the 90s Spider-Man cartoon to help him during the Six-Arm Saga. While Disney Plus is desperate to bring back subscribers and generate revenue over its streaming services, a lot is riding on the success of X-Men '97. Depending on the perception of viewership, Disney and Marvel may potentially try to bring back the original Spider-Man cartoon, which is still seen as the most faithful adaptation of the cartoon and character from the comics. We go from that to this because, remember when I said earlier that the bottom fell out? Well, it did.
I'm a gay, adopted, black kid who grew up in the South or survived Florida, as I say. And this show was really what taught me how to be who I am. Why do we need the X-Men? Why does
Black, gay, and adopted in the rough streets of Florida. Not Baltimore, Detroit, or LA, or New York, or Miami. Well, could have.
history always tell these same sad stories? And is the dream still relevant today? Or is it enabling the very prejudice it tries to erase? There are some other people who will be joining us. More decided to show a little bit of a different side to themselves this season. We're going to go with the Changeling book. I'm a gay, adopted, black kid who grew up in the South or survived Florida, as I say.
Yes, Morph. Yes. What could they have in store for Morph? Well, here's what they have. Morph is now non-binary. Morph is already confirmed to return to the series. Their character was created specifically for the show by LeWalt and Houston to kill off the first infamous episode, of the Night of Sentinels. Originally, the role was meant for Thunderbird, but it was decided in the last hour to create a new unfamiliar character to kill off at the start to prove the stakes were high and the emotional impact the team faced at the loss of a teammate. Due to his popularity in the focus groups, the writers decided to bring them back as a surprise villain in season 2, later redeeming himself. I'm sure that was a mistake, and departing the show's few more seasons, only to be returning for a few cameos. DeMeo specifically changed the pronouns from morph to they, them in his representation, just to make sure it's updated for modern audiences. We just can't have nice things. We just can't. And Disney cannot help themselves. They just can't help themselves in trashing shit. They just can't help themselves. And it's not even subtle, too. Had they kept their mouths shut and just launched the series, relaunched the series, just let it play out. Episode 1, episode 2, maybe episode 3, here comes Morph. Hey, look, it's they. How you doing, they? No, they're just going to throw it out there from the get-go. Like I said, Disney just can't help themselves. How many movies have they trashed? How many shows have become shitty? When you have a company who doesn't shy away from their agenda, doesn't shy away from their not so secret gay agenda, and ramming pedoisms down your kids' throats on a daily basis, it's no surprise. And now, if they decide to bring Spider-Man into the mix, what's Spider-Man? Is he going to be Miles Morales? Is he going to be black in a wheelchair, trans, with rickets? We don't know. All we know is that anything that Disney touches, it up. It is a total opposite of Midas. Midas touched everything, turned to gold. Disney touches everything, it turns to shit. And with that being said, I'm Giles Borganzo. This is What's Next. Want to see more like this? Please have a comment below. Like it, share it, subscribe to it. Hit the notification bell so you guys never miss a thing. Help continue to spread the word about the show. Help it continue to grow. And we'll see you next time. Peace.